Cederberg is part 2 of a Cape series, and this will be divided into parts 2A, parts 2B, due to the amount of footage we would like to share with our viewers. And we will share the footage for each day that we've travelled. On the fourth day of our trip, we arrived at our place of stay, the Buckeyes. We will be staying in the Buckeyes, and from here we will explore some of the local and surrounding area to the north and also to the west of this mountainous region, or just Clanwilliam. So nou eers teruggekom van Clanwilliam, lekker kots. Marie, is dit lekker? Hoe lyk het? Kyk.
Maar hierdie bene val af.
Is dit?
Ja, ek kan daar se bene, so op kan val helemaal af.
Okay.
Ek weet nie waar ek moet gaan slaap.
The attached route maps shown in this video will give you an indication as to where and what we will share in the upcoming videos in this series. This majestic mountainous landscape is situated more to the western side or the west coast of Africa in the Cape Peninsula. A tranquil scenery with a wide variety of Fynbos, which is synonymous to this part of the country. This still being one of the items on our bucket list, which this video is evidence that it came into reality. Once you enter this area of South Africa, time seems to stand still and everything starts to slow down, literally like in a slow motion movie. If you are an outdoor and nature loving person, you will feel the connection once you explore and get drenched with the landscape. The fourth day of our trip, we arrived at the Buckeyes. This is the place where we would also stay for the next 2 nights. The Cederberg was proclaimed as a wilderness in 1973. Approximately 668 square kilometers of mountainous terrain is in the Cape Floral region, only 3 hours outside of Cape Town, but it feels like a different world. The Cederberg Mountains, burnt orange by iron oxide, dominate this landscape. Jagged sandstone rock formations like the Maltese Cross and the Wolfberg Arch, and ancient sand and koi rock art make this area truly spectacular for each person to visit. The Cederberg lies 250 kilometers north of Cape Town, stretching from the Middelburg Pass in
The last word, Lord Baelish. I'll assume it was something clever.
Home to hundreds of sand rock paintings, the Cederberg Wilderness area is predominantly made up of the Cederberg mountain range and is situated just 200 kilometers from Cape Town off the N7. The highest peak in the range is the Cederburg that rises to a height of over 2 kilometers above sea level. The nature reserve is made up of several different sectors. Of the several hundred rock paintings found within the mountains in the area, only a few are well known and easily accessible, and several major sites lie on private land or in greater conservation areas. Over 125 sites are situated in the Bushman's Kloof Wilderness Reserve area. The area takes its name from a large stands of indigenous cedar trees that were found in abundance on the slopes within the reserve and surrounding area. Unfortunately, these beautiful trees were harvested to the brink of extinction, with over 7,250 trees being felled in the 1879 alone to be used as telephone poles between Cederberg and California. Some of these trees are said to have been over 37 feet wide. Thankfully, the area was proclaimed a nature reserve in 1973, and today it is considered a World Heritage Site, which is part of the Cape Floristic Kingdom. The Cederberg, which forms part of the Cape Floral region, is a World Heritage Site. It covered in mountainous Fynbos, including the laurel protea, the rare disa, rooibos, and the rare and endemic snow protea. Rare Clanwilliam cedars, the area's namesake, dot the higher mountains cliffs. The area is also rich in wildlife. Visitors with a keen eye may spot porcupines, honey badgers, and the Cape clawless otter and the aardvark.
A few moments later.
A lucky few may even catch a glimpse of the elusive leopard that you might see on the rock somewhere. There are also similar predators like the African wildcat, the African lynx, bat-eared fox, aardwolf, and also the Cape fox.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Other more common animals include like baboons, dassies, the mountain range is named after the endangered Clanwilliam cedar, which is a tree endemic to this area. The Cederberg wilderness area is administered by the Cape Nature Conservation. The reserve is home to 69 different species of mammals, including 4 species of small antelope, which includes the klipspringer, the grey reebok, and also common duiker and the Cape grysbok. The area is well known as a stronghold for leopards, and while they are seldom seen, their calls are regularly heard and their tracks and droppings are often found in this mountainous region. The Cedarburg wilderness area is not considered a particularly good birdwatching destination, however. There are several interesting species to look out for, including the black harriers, the Cape eagle owls, and the Cape rock jumpers, and the cinnamon-breasted warblers. Hikers may occasionally come across one of the 17 different species of snakes that was found in this reserve. However, these occasional are infrequent, and the most irregular or regularly seen of the snakes is the puff adder and occasionally also the Cape cobra. We will also indicate the area on the map. Driving along these dirt roads, you will find so much to see and experience. All along our route we stop next to the road for either a coffee break or just to admire the sheer beauty and peculiar silence that it displays. Driving and stopping inside the mountainous area seems to echo every sound that it makes, by a bird or just a car slowly passing by, and the wind blowing ever so slightly to provide that amazing cool breeze. This is why this part of the Cape Peninsula is so popular for just a breakaway weekend to enjoy with the family. The vegetation found on the Cederberg range consists of 2 major fynbos types, namely the Olifant sandstone fynbos, which is found along the west-facing slopes of the Cederberg sandstone fynbos, which is found on the eastern slopes. The lower slopes have a mixture of proteas and ristios, especially in the areas where there is a deeper sand cover. There are over 1,000 plant species all in all within the reserve, all combining to create this beautiful display of truly South African vegetation. The earliest written mention of the Cederberg is when the explorer Bartholomew Diaz saw these mountains from the Atlantic Ocean. He called them the Sierra dos Reis, meaning the mountains of the 3 wise men of the East. Presumably, these are the 3 mighty peaks of the Sneeuwberg, the Sneeukop, and the Tafelberg, which came also to be seen clearly from the Cederberg Ridge.